Hey, folks, welcome back to another edition of High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Doak Propane, Labor's Local 663, the Bank of Billings, Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, your shelter insurance agents in Aurora. See Grant Baker in Lockwood and surrounding areas. See Sean Holman. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Going up north once again, and here on this Snowmageddon Eve, we welcome to the Missouri Sports Network Plattsburg head coach, Coach Twydell Love. Coach T, thanks for your time today.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having us.
You bet. And Coach T, 15-5 on the season. And before I go any further, you gave me permission to call you Coach T. So I don't want folks to, what's he doing? talk a little bit about the season. 15-5. Played a good schedule, but a lot of promising wins.
Yeah, it was first. This is my first year as a head coach. I've been around basketball in high school in the area, in the Missouri metro area, Kansas City metro area for 10 years. So coming up here to Plattsburg was a different transition for me. You know, coming small town, smaller class, because I've been in bigger classes the last few years, man. But my guys have really bought in to what I'm trying to teach these guys and getting them to play the right way and do things right, man. And everything that we've gotten this year, these guys have earned it. They put in the time and the work to get to where we are.
Well, you coming out of the Tigers last season, just winners of 13 games in the entire season. You've already won 15 at this point. You've still got about a third or a quarter of your season left. It's got to be exciting for you and for the players.
Yes, sir, man. I'm just trying to bring that excitement back. Like 3 years ago, they went to the Final Four, you know, and they had a little buzz going around there, and that's what I'm trying to bring here to Plattsburg again. You know, just with the exciting brand of basketball that we play. You know, just being tough, playing hard, you know, and getting them to do things the right way.
Coach, you mentioned a little bit of your background, but just going back, where did you play high school? What college you go to? Kind of take us through that circle that ended you up there as the Tiger head coach.
Gotcha. I played basketball at Raytown High School for Mark Scanlon. Graduated 2009. Our most notable year there, that 2008 year when we were 27-0, got upset by Truman going into the game to go to state. I was on that team there. Ended up going to Graceland University in Iowa, playing basketball up there. Came back home and did my student teaching with Coach Scanlon over at O'Hare and coached over there. Went to Ray South, was at Smith Cotton for a year, and then went over to Oak Park High School for 3. And then I left Oak Park to go to the college level, went up and coached for Coach Brett Ballard up at Washburn, where they do a heck of a job up there. That's where I learned a lot of good things about how to run a program, being under Coach Brett Ballard. And then went over to Sean Dooley over at Baker University over there in the Kansas side, and had a good year last year there. And got the call from my buddy Simon, who was the coach before me. Me and him went to Graceland together. So he gives me the call like, hey, man, I'm going back home to Truman. These guys here up at Plattsburg, man, they need someone like you that's fired up, ready to go, and that's hungry to put them in this position. And that's how I ended up here in Plattsburg. And it's a good community. Everybody's been very welcoming of me, and we just been getting rolling up here.
Folks, when they come out to watch the Tigers play, what type of basketball are they going to see? You like to get up and down the floor? Are you kind of man to man defense, full court press? What can folks expect when they come out to watch the Tigers?
Most of the time, it just depends game by game. To be honest, some days we're good at pressing, some days we're not. Sometimes we're really good in the half court. Sometimes we need to get up and down. So it kind of varies. I like to be prepared for everything. That way we can adapt throughout the game and adjust to any style that we play. But I do like to dictate the style.
Coach, alongside there, one of the outstanding sophomores in the state, Isaiah Howard. Tell us a little bit about this young man and what he does for you.
Man, Isaiah Howard, sophomore kid, 6'3", 6'4", sophomore guard, does a little bit of everything for us. He's filling up the stat sheet all the way around. He has 500 total points this year, averaging 26 points a game with 11 rebounds per game, along with 5 steals a game. So, I mean, he's kind of doing a little bit of everything for us. What I'm trying to teach Isaiah is just how to be much a leader and be assertive and just control the situations all the time. But man, he's outstanding, hardworking kid.
Isaiah, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Talk a little bit about your game. What are some things that you're really comfortable with right now that you feel like you're doing really well?
I feel like I rebound the ball pretty well. I get to my pull up pretty well. I try to get to the basket. That's what I try to do most. But I've been shooting the ball a lot better than I did last year, so I'm bringing something new to the table this year.
What are some things, right now as you head, you're, 3/4 of the way through your sophomore season? You talk about some of the things that you're doing really well right now. What are some things that you would really like to improve on and improve? What part of your game?
I like to improve on my ball handling probably the most. My defense probably I like to reach a lot, so I'll probably get my hands out. And then my leadership can always step up, so can improve on that.
As you look at your schedule, prior to the season, you're 13-12 a year ago. You're coming into to this season. Were there games you were really looking forward to playing? Maybe you've got a rivalry game. Maybe it's a team that beat you last year that you felt like got away. What are some of the games on your schedule this year that you really look forward to?
Mid-Buck's definitely one. They're usually good. They've been beating us past couple of years, so I always got that one. West Platte, we played them 3 times last year. We lost to them in a triple overtime last year, so that one's on there. That's probably the biggest 2 I got.
Now, I don't see West Platte. They're on your schedule, but I don't think you've played them yet this year, have you?
No.
So you got them coming up as well.
Got them coming up next week here, and our seating meeting is Monday, but we don't play them until the following week. And both of us are having outstanding years, so that's going to be a lot. That's going to be interesting.
See how that pans out.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, just from a coaching standpoint, what do you feel like the team is doing really well right now?
I think our chemistry right now is trending in the right direction when you need to be. Like I talked to these guys about peaking at the right time, fine tuning things. All these regular season games are all practice leading up into district because everybody got the same record in district. Like you go 1-0. So that's what I'm trying to get these guys to understand. We just tighten up some loose ends on the offensive side, defensive side, just playing a good, clean game for 32 minutes.
And for the viewers, once again, you talked a little bit about your district, your conference, but just for the people watching, kind of who are some of the teams in your conference and kind of where's that conference standing at right now and handicap that conference a little bit.
Right now, our conference right now is Mid-Buck, West Platte, us, Penny, Lawson, Lathrop, North Platte. That's kind of our conference there right now. I would say it's us and Mid-Buck at the top of it, and West Platte, but I think West Platte and Mid-Buck's already played each other at the top there. So it's kind of a 3-way deal up at the top there between us 3.
And you've got both of them coming up in the next 10 days.
Yep, we got them both coming up. We've already played Mid-Buck twice in tournaments. They got us the first tournament in the semifinal game, and then we got them this last tournament in the semifinal game. So we're split 1-1 with them, and then we haven't got to play West Platte yet. So that's where we're at with our scheduling coming down the stretch here.
Well, very good. We've got your seed meeting next Monday, and best of luck as you head into that. And we certainly appreciate you being part of the Missouri Sports Network here today, and look forward to our next visit as the season kind of gets into that district time.
Hey, we appreciate you having us on, man. Thanks for having us. And best of luck to you guys down the way.
You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, presented by Great Southern Bank. Keep it right here at MissouriSportsNetwork.com.